What's going on, my peoples? It's your boy, Mr. OBF, back one time for your mind. Uh, Welcome to the OBF the network, people. Make sure you guys hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell button, so you guys get the live streams when we go live, people. And if you can, donate to the channel. Go to OBF the Real Cash App and donate to the channel, people. We highly appreciate anything you guys can donate to the channel. Give me 1 second here, people. Oh shit, wrong shit. Hold on. All right. Here we go. All right, people, we back. All right, let's get into this shit, man. Listen, if y'all heard, y'all know that Shannon Sharpe got fired today or yesterday. It was one of those. I think it was yesterday. He got fired. Gilbert Arenas got arrested, I think maybe 2 days ago or yesterday. He might have got arrested yesterday as well as Shannon Sharpe being fired. So it was like 2 for 1 out that motherfucker, I guess. I don't know. But Kwame Brown decides to come out and it kind of wished downfall on these brothers. Like almost kind of like, you know, he's happy that these guys are going through real issues. Like, you know what I'm saying? This is real shit. This is real life shit happening. Shout out to my little brother LT in the building. What up, LT? All right, I got you. But you know, wishing downfall on motherfuckers. Like, you know, wishing downfall on these black brothers. And this is like criminal, like one is criminal, the other one is somebody's livelihood with money. You know, I never heard Shannon Sharpe or or Gilbert Arenas wishing bad for him, right? Like, you get what I mean? They were just talking about facts of him, of how he conducted himself as an NBA player, right? They didn't wish downfall on the brother. They didn't, you know what I mean? They didn't joke about him being arrested and shit like that, you know, and you know, whatever. But just listen to what this dude says of how happy and giddy he is about what happened to Shannon Sharpe being fired and Gilbert Arenas being arrested on federal charges for illegal gambling or some shit like that with, I guess, Israeli mob bosses or some shit. I don't know. But I mean, I ain't say I don't know, but it's something around in that realm. But listen to this shit.
He a drunk. He a this. He a that. Talking about my mama, my family. And I told people one thing.
First of all, he's lying. They never talked about his mama or his family in the way that he's trying to say. Nobody disrespects your mama, bro. But, you know, there he go lying and shit. But let's move on.
And I said, this nigga is a stupid mother. He gonna self-sabotage. He's a dummy. And look at this stupid mother. Let me close this door. And today is like my motherfucking birthday. Y'all motherfuckers lucky I don't drink. Bitch, you said I was a drunk. I don't even drink. I don't even drink no more. I feel so good. It's like my motherfucker.
And let me say this. Kwame Brown did have a problem with alcohol, right? Shit, I could say shit, probably in my early 20s, I had a problem with alcohol. That's why I don't drink liquor like that. Like, you know what I mean? It's that it got to be like special occasions or if I'm really, really in the mood, but I rarely be in the mood of drinking. I didn't have to like go to rehab or no shit like that, but I had a lot of demons and shit I was dealing with living, coming from that street life, living that street life shit, and people around me dying and shit. So I kind of hit the bottle a little harder than I normally would, right? I used to smoke a lot of weed more than I used to drink. The kind of what they call it? I don't know. I've been going blank for the last 2 days. I think because I probably got a lot of shit on my mind. But nothing bad. It's just, I just be having so much shit going on in my head that I'll be thinking about this, thinking about that, thinking about this and shit. And sometimes my head get a little cloudy and shit because I got too much shit. My brain is not calming down, and whatever, right? Because I want to get so much shit out and I want to do so much shit, and so everything is just moving. But anyway, I guess to ease the pain of, I used to smoke a lot of weed. It used to calm my nerves. Actually, when I used to smoke weed a lot and shit, it used to calm my nerves, because I used to be like, even though I was selling drugs and shit, I wasn't happy of selling drugs. Like it wasn't nothing I got a kick out of doing. That shit used to rattle my nerves, right? So I used to smoke a lot of weed in the beginning when I used to sell dope and shit, right? And then that I kind of like stopped selling dope a little bit. A lot of shit that happened through the years, I stopped fucking with weed because the shit used to make me paranoid. I don't know if because I smoked too much of that shit or what, but I had to stop smoking that shit. And so but I still was getting these nightmares and shit like that of shit that was happening in the hood, happened to me or whatever, right? Or losing people. And I picked up the motherfucking bottle. I started drinking liquor like that. And I wasn't a liquor drinker, right? I stick to my beer. Y'all see me, I drink my beer and shit, but I never was a liquor drinker. Like, that was never my shit. I never used to drink liquor like that. Right. And then I start drinking that shit a lot, right? To get out of my head, and you getting all this, all this fucking shit that builds up of losing people and shit like that, all the pain and shit that come with that. So I just started fucking around with the liquor real hard. And I did that shit for a couple of years, like probably like a good 5 to 6 years or some shit like that. I just was drinking alcohol like it was bad, people. And I had to stop drinking that shit. You know what I mean? Thank God for that, but thank that my wife was, kept trying to bring that shit to my attention. Like, yo, you got a fucking problem. So I don't make fun of somebody that got some type of had an addiction with drinking. You know what I mean? Like, I don't make fun of people that get high. Like, somebody that got like a drug addiction. You don't make fun of that shit, because that shit is not, people think it's easy just to not do shit. But when you're using it for pain, or you using it to kind of get away from your day-to-day struggles or some shit like that, it's hard to stop fucking around with it, when it comes to a point where this shit is controlling your life, right? It's taking over. You're making bad decisions in life. Shout out to my brother Bell in the building. What up, bro, Bell? So that happens a lot, right? So I don't make fun of Kwame Brown having some type of issue with alcohol, right? And I'm happy that he had got control of it, right? So I'm not mad at him. But what we not going to do is be okay with other men's downfall, other black men at that, because at the end of the day, Kwame Brown, you talk all this black empowerment shit, but you stoops to the lower levels of other people because they made fun of you being a bust as a basketball player, right? You didn't take the game in serious, so you get mad, you get upset about that shit. So now it's almost like you're happy when these brothers got downfalls, right? So who's really out here cooning and buck dancing, right? That's how I look at that. But let's get it in. And listen, don't get me wrong. All three of these niggas are already spoke on of how they tap dance. They be tap dancing and buck dancing a lot. But I never called them coons. Other than Kwame Brown. I call Kwame Brown a fucking coon because I believe he's a sellout. Right? And hides behind, he bought out people and shit. Bullshit. You're a selfish coon. But anyway, let's move on. He's probably the only one I called a sellout and a coon. But anyway, let's move on.
Good birthday, nigga. Shannon Sharp, your big tongue ass fired. All them motherfuckers that talked about my mama's son, nigga. Shannon Sharp, your big tongue ass fired. Goddamn Gil, you in the slammer. You got there, if you run your mouth, see, you facing about 15 years, 5 years on each charge, right? But your dumb ass was playing cards with the Israeli mob. So now...
you see, and this is the problem with, this is why I call him a coon. Gilbert Arenas got arrested for whatever he got arrested for gambling. He knows none of the details other than what the mainstream media puts out, but you don't know the real, like, what he sat down with these people. You don't have that evidence, right? Because Gilbert Arenas people came out and said, look, I just bought the house. I rented the house out and they played cards or whatever. So he kind of telling on himself in a way, because you shouldn't even be speaking. Like, I don't even, never mind. But anyway, but it was nowhere in the report that he was sitting down gambling with these people. They just said he ran a gambling organization and he set these things up. They didn't say that he sat down and played cards with these guys. So he's just making up shit, trying to make this brother look even worse in the public eye and putting out bad information. This is why I call him a sellout and a coon. You can't be doing this, man, while this man is already, in trouble right now. But he ain't even with the trial yet, and you out here slandering and shit on his name and throwing shit out there. This some serious shit. Why are you acting like this is a game? That's my issue with Kwame Brown. Now, when it comes to Shannon Sharp, I ain't that mad at it in a way, because this is a lot of this is Shannon Sharp stupidity of what happened to him. But even at the same time with the Shannon shit, he's happy that this man lost his job. That takes money out of his kid's mouth. You was the same person getting mad at these guys, saying that these guys was putting a stain on your name and trying to take money out of your pocket by saying these things about you. But you turn around and do the same shit. So how are you better? But anyway, let's move on.
You're going to have to make a decision. You can't snitch because your dumb ass say chill Gil, so you can't chill. So you gotta fight this one out. You gotta go for what you know. You can't snitch. So the feds gonna put pressure on your little bitch ass because they know you don't want to be up in themselves doing the little ditties. Take that. So your bitch ass can't tell on them already. Them motherfuckers got so much money. Hey, I know what your bitch ass gonna do. You gonna tell and have that lady Millie or whatever her fine ass Millie, you gonna have her cranking up the car and shit. Millie, go out there and
see, and this is why he crosses the line. You're talking about this man's wife with her fine ass. But as soon as somebody say something like that about you or your woman or something like that, nigga, you talking about, then you'll start talking about, don't bring my wife into it. These motherfuckers crossing lines. You doing the same shit, bro. And then you on one hand, you say, oh, he can't snitch. And then now you saying, oh, I know what your little bitch ass gonna do. You gonna snitch. So is he gonna snitch or he not gonna snitch? You all over the place, Kwame Brown, because the reason you all over the place is because what you're doing is bullshit. What you're doing is wishing downfall on other black men. That's why you don't make any sense. This man is in court for something serious. Gilbert Arenas can play around all he want, act like this ain't that big of a deal, because he is a bozo. But I don't wish this on on Gilbert Arenas, even though you try to put dirt on Kobe's name, but that's a whole nother thing. But I still wouldn't wish this type of shit to happen to you, and I hope you beat the charges if you innocent. But I'm not happy that Gilbert Arenas got arrested because he said some fucked up shit about Kobe. I ain't gonna stoop down to his level. And this is something serious. This nigga can go to jail. So I don't wish jail or death on anybody. But you see how happy this goof troop ass nigga, Kwame Brown, is giddy about this shit. But anyway, let's move on.
Hi, baby. Oh, punk ass. You ain't gonna stand on the front line and crank up the car you goddamn self, you punk. So listen here. We know you can't snitch. So you gonna be sold for the next goddamn 15 years, boy. God damn. All that shit you were talking. Now you fucked up Swaggy P career the first time. Swaggy P could have been a better basketball player.
All that shit he said was about you, was about basketball. And how you wasn't a good fucking player. This guy, this is what I mean. This nigga takes shit so personal that he's getting personal. You wishing a downfall on his brother. You gonna spend the next 5 to 15 years in jail. Like, why you, it's almost like you wishing, you happy that this is happening to him. Or this is a possibility that this can happen to him. Like, why would you do that? But mind you, he be the same nigga coming out talking about black power, black unity. But nigga, come on, man. I don't wish jail or death on my worst enemy. Because ain't no coming back from that shit. Especially if I didn't put you in there. I wouldn't want that on you unless you did something like you raped somebody, you murdered somebody or something like that. That's something different. But we're talking about illegal gambling, and motherfuckers gamble now. But anyway, this dude is unbelievable, man.
You was a dumbass veteran, and you fucked up Swaggy P career. Now you done fucked up Swaggy P's second career. Swaggy P is what?
Kwame Brown. We gonna get into it again. Because now you talking about basketball. Listen, Kwame Brown. How you gonna call somebody a dumbass veteran when you were never one? Every team you was on, you was a role player. Every time. You didn't even become a leader of a team. You know what's so bad about people like Kwame Brown? It's like Kwame Brown and a nigga McCann's from, Gilbert Arenas, that show and shit. And these niggas talk real tough out of the mouth and talk about all these skills and all this shit, right? This leadership shit. But these niggas was never one. They was never leaders. They was always people that said bad shit about these guys. And I always say this. It's certain people that's going to get hate. It just is what it is. It's like a Kobe. A lot of niggas ain't like Kobe because of who Kobe kind of was. But he backed his shit up. You may not like Kobe, but you respected his game. Right? Or you respect his name. Right? Or what he stood for. Right? But you may not like them personally. That happens. That's in life genuinely. Right? But these are dudes that nobody respect them because they wasn't living up to their potential. So you can't question somebody like Gilbert Arenas' leadership skills or veteran skills, because what are you talking about? You've never been on even Gilbert Arenas' level, and Gilbert ain't even like that. In his heyday, yeah, he was the shit. But out of that, we look at his whole entire career, he's not all that great, but he's way better than you. His career was way better than yours. But anyway, let's move on.
The funniest niggas on the show. He crazy. Almost got in a fight with Kenyon. Now, ain't no more Swaggy P.
Listen.
Man, fucked up.
If he did, if he did, listen, It's been a minute since I even dealt with the whole Kwame Brown and Gilbert Arenas story, because I did talk about this shit a couple of years ago, maybe. So I could be wrong, right? I can admit that I could be wrong about that, and I'm probably is wrong about it, because Gilbert Arenas do stupid shit like that. So yeah, I get that. But if I'm not mistaken, what did he say that to the point that about his family or his mama, that where you wish harm on other people and wish them to be in jail and glad and happy and giddy about them being in jail? So maybe I'm wrong. Maybe somebody sent me a clip or something like that. Maybe he might have did. But if he did, I'll take it back on what I'm saying about Kwame. But not fully, because sometimes people can say and do certain shit to you. That doesn't mean you got to do it. Like, my morals would not allow me to wish downfall on people that maybe talk bad about me. Like, I'm just different in that way. That shit is bad karma, is bad juju. That's all I'm saying. Something like Michelle says, sometimes when they go low, we go high. Sometimes you gotta go higher on certain situations, because, like I said, that shit is bad juju. Where we say that shit where we from, in Baltimore. That shit bad juju, bro. You don't just because somebody do some shit, certain shit, that doesn't mean you got to do it all the time. And I'm the type of person that believe in karma. So I wouldn't have did it. I wouldn't have been, I wouldn't have stooped that low. Right? Unless a motherfucker really genuinely, truly deserved it. Right? But, you know, and it's still like a line that I wouldn't cross. You know what I mean? So it is what it is. So maybe, like I said, you may be right, my brother, but I don't remember that. And if he did, send me the clip and I'll play the shit. But it is what it is.
Swaggy for your career again. Shout out to my boy KB, man. Go subscribe to him.
You know, and that's the whole thing with that. I'm not going to spend too much time on Kwame Brown. Kwame Brown to me is irrelevant. A lot of these guys talk about black empowerment and shit like that, but then they get out here and soon they get into an altercation verbally with other brothers and sisters, they all of a sudden turn into house niggas to me. Right? Like, it's real sucker ass coon niggas out here that we can really get out the gate on. Gilbert Arenas is not one of those. Do he tap dance sometimes? Yes, I called them out. Shannon Sharp does some tap dancing some of the times. Yes, I call him out. But you never hear me call them coon ass niggas, because I wouldn't do that if you don't call people coons. It's like, you don't do that. It's like it's almost questioning somebody, is they black? Right? That's how I look at when I call people coons. I have to have real evidence of their actions or what they have said for me to be like, yeah, they cooning, man. That shit is coonery to the fullest. When I call Kwame Brown a coon, I broke down how he's a coon. Because he's a hypocrite. So that's how I look at it. No, listen, I highly disagree. Gilbert Arenas was not a great player. He was a good player, but he wasn't a great player. Because being a great player, your overall career has to be great. Like, you know what I mean? You understand what I'm saying? Like, when I look at, like, when I be looking at, like, that's what I be saying about niggas putting titles on niggas, giving niggas titles. Like, no, Gilbert Arenas was never great. Like overall, I'll put it this way. Overall, he wasn't a great player. In his heyday, what he was doing was some great shit. But overall of his career, or who he, you know, at the end of the day, no, he wasn't great. He was good. His career shows that. And that's the same thing with a T-Mac. T-Mac, yes, in his heyday when he was T-Mac, he was great. He did great shit. But overall of T-Mac, you look at his career, he was not great. We keep giving these niggas, putting these titles on these niggas. These niggas is not great. Greatness is a Larry Bird or some shit like that, the Shaqs of the world, the niggas that you know that's great, the Steph Curry, they are great. These niggas, Gilbert Arenas, and T-Mac, a lot of these niggas, even D Rose ain't great. In his heyday, what he was doing, yes, he was doing some great shit. But overall, his whole career, he's not great. You can't put these niggas with greats when they just had certain periods of their career where they was great at. And then overall, you look at these niggas' careers and you line them up with real greats. No. Oh, no. So no, Gilbert Arenas was never great. I didn't say he wasn't never great, but overall, no, he's not a great. He's not a great player. T-Mac overall was not a great player. D Rose was not a great player overall. But in they heyday, yes, they was the shit. They was doing great shit. You can't keep people keep don't understand greatness. Like greatness is different from a nigga that have a period of time where they did some great shit. Okay, cool. That don't make you great overall. It doesn't. So sorry. No, I highly disagree with you, bro. Gilbert Arenas was never great. Overall, he wasn't great. Now, if you saying at a period of time he was great, yes, I agree, but he's not a great player. Overall, he's not. He don't get mentioned with the greats. That's why the nigga got his little show, and you know, it is what it is. I'm not saying he don't have a very high IQ of how to play the game. I'm not saying that, but as a career, no. Overall, no. He wasn't great. He was great when he was in certain parts of his career. He was great, but he did great shit. But he was overall, he's not great as a basketball player. But anyway, let's get into this Megyn Kelly shit. She's out here. She's big mad that that Trump is really considering pardoning Diddy. Now, I told y'all it's a very high possibility that Trump would pardon Diddy. But I told you the only way that this will happen if Diddy sells out. And it's a very low percentage that he would sell out. The very low percentage. So, you know, I don't even know why Megyn Kelly, I'm gonna point a lot of other shit out, but I don't know why she even getting upset about this, because it's a very high percentage that Diddy, a very low percentage that Diddy may not sell out to this shit. He may say fuck that. And I just heard some shit, and I'm gonna get into it, about Diddy and his whole trial. I told y'all that. Listen, I never said that Diddy was a good person. Right? It's been documented for years of how fucked up, how he treated artists, and you seen the Cassie tape, but he didn't get charged for that. So I don't know what people are so in uproar about Diddy. I don't get it. Even if Trump pardoned him, I don't even see what's the big deal about it. But give me 1 second, y'all. Give me 1 second. All right, people, I'm back. But let's get into why Megyn Kelly is big mad with Trump. She upset. She kind of upset. But let's listen to this bullshit.
Here's Peter Ducey of Fox asking Trump if he would pardon Diddy, South 17.
You hosted The Apprentice. You mentioned once in 2012 that Diddy was a good friend of yours back then. He has since found himself in some very serious legal trouble.
Yeah, that's true.
Would you ever consider pardoning him?
Well, nobody's asked. You got to be the one to ask, Peter, but nobody's asked. But I know people are thinking about it. I know they're thinking about it. I would certainly look at the facts. If I think somebody was mistreated.
First of all, Trump said he knows people are thinking about it. First of all, who's these fucking people? That's number one. Trump always talking about these people, somebody. Like, dude, you listen. We have not heard anybody from Diddy camp talking about, even whispering about Trump pardoning him. Okay, and like I said, if I don't hear that shit from his family or his lawyers, I don't give a fuck what nobody says. Or like I said, Diddy ain't even gonna talk, but that's why I said if I don't hear from his lawyers. So if his lawyers speak on it, that means Diddy spoke on it, right? They had to run it past him, right? So for them to even speak on it. But who's these fucking people Trump talking about? He always lying and shit. That's the thing that bothered me about Trump. He always lying and shit. But anyway, let's move on. This nigga is just crazy, man.
Whether they like me or don't like me, it wouldn't have any impact on me.
Okay.
First of all, he just lied. Talking about if they like me or not like me, it wouldn't matter. It would have no impact on me if I'm a partner or not. That's basically what he said. He said he's a fucking liar. He's a liar. I guarantee you, if Joe Biden got locked up and Trump, even if Trump felt like he got railroaded, which he's trying to do now, I'm trying to blame Obama for treason and all that other shit, right? Just lying, making up shit. And you think he gonna pardon somebody like Joe Biden or Barack Obama if they get mistreated? They got mistreated, false charges in the trial. First of all, it's a goddamn liar because you already is out there throwing shit to the wall or trying to somehow make it stick that Barack Obama did some type of treason, which we know it ain't factual. So no, Trump, you just lied again. Talking about if they like me or not, if I think they got railroaded. You trying to railroad Barack Obama. And you know he don't like you. The fuck are you talking about? But let's move on. This dude is a habitual. Like, I don't even understand Trump. Never mind. Let's move on.
So that was before he was found guilty on 2 charges, but not of the most serious ones, because he was found guilty in June, and that was May 30th. But Deadline is reporting, and this is a piece by Dominic Patton, who is their legal reporter. And I'm just going to take a guess here that he's well-sourced in Diddy world. He's reporting in a piece dated yesterday, Trump now, quote, this is in quotes, seriously considering pardon for Sean Combs ahead of sentencing. White House officially says nothing. So, and in this piece, when you want to figure out who their sources are, you always look at who did they say so-and-so denied comment? Because that's usually the source. And he says in this piece, the defense team led by Mark Agnifilo and Tenny Garagos had no comment on any pardon talks. That's my guess. That there is talk that Diddy's lawyers have brought it to the White House.
That's your opinion. It ain't true. Because if these just sources, then it ain't true. It's people speculating. That's what that means, lady. And second of all, this person is not Diddy's lawyers. This dude, she's talking about this dude supposed to know everything about what's going on with Diddy. That don't mean nothing. Just because you report on some shit, and you're investigating some shit, that does not mean that you know exactly what Diddy wants or Diddy is doing. So that's a lie. And you want to be a source. So come on, fuck out of here. Listen, like I said, Megyn Kelly, I don't even know why she upset about this shit. Because like I said, there's a very low possibility that Diddy will actually take Trump up on this. I think, my honest opinion, Diddy got so much other shit that he could do, but it's up to Diddy if he want to continue how he feel being in jail. That's the thing. Now, people understand this, and I said this before. I said the only way Diddy is going to take this pardon if he got to sell his soul, which we know that he's very capable of doing, of selling his soul to Donald Trump. Okay? Listen, if he does that, Diddy understands it will be consequences for that. Because Trump is not just going to allow you to pardon him without you coming out making statements of kissing his ass. So I don't know if Diddy, like I said, it's a low percentage wise that if Diddy would do it. I think that's running through Diddy's mind is like, I'm already seen a certain way towards my people, right? Because of the whole video with Cassie. And a lot of black people knew that Diddy did a lot of fuck shit to his artists and how horrible a person he was to people. So a lot of black people feel a certain type of way about Diddy, the black community. So if on top of that, Diddy did that, ain't no coming back for Diddy. Now you gonna get some niggas that's gonna go out there and fuck with him because they corny ass coon niggas too. But a lot of black folks is not gonna fuck with Diddy. And I don't think Diddy really want that. He already knows that he's seen a certain type of way when it comes to our people. If he does that, ain't no coming back. He really gonna have to go. I mean, he could come back, but he had to go full anti-black. That's the only way. Listen, Diddy gonna get people to put him on his platform, put him on their platform because it's a big story and he can make some money. He can make some money off of it, yes. But I don't think Diddy want to. Listen, I honestly, as horrible as a person I think Diddy is, I think Diddy is a very intelligent dude. Listen, I don't know. I don't think that Diddy will want to sell his soul to Donald Trump at this time. But like I said, it's a very high possibility that he would, though, because we know he's capable of selling out or selling his soul. We know he's capable of doing that. But now, there's one thing of putting your woman beater on your jacket. You are a disgusting businessman of taking advantage of your employees. Shit that he did. That's one that they two things. But you want to go ahead and throw this on your jacket that you will sell out to your people? I don't know. I don't know if Diddy would do that. I don't know if he would do that. Shout out to my brother Game in the building. What up, Game? But nah, listen, it's a very small percentage that Diddy wouldn't do it. But I wouldn't put nothing past it because he's facing jail time. And I get it in a way, like he may just go ahead and sell his soul to Trump. But like I said, if he does that, he'll sell out to me. So I ain't never called Diddy a sellout or a coon or nothing like that. But if you do this, because Trump ain't pardoning you without you bigging him up. Now, don't get me wrong. It is a very high possibility that Diddy might take the pardon, ask for the pardon, get the pardon, and never big Trump up. But I guarantee you, they most likely he will send the feds back at him again and retry him on something else. Or not retry him, but try him on something else. Trump will go after him. And I think Diddy understands that. So Diddy ain't a stupid dude, man. So like I said, it's a very low percentage that he wouldn't fuck with that Trump pardon. And like I said, it's another reason why I think that, and I'm gonna get into it a little later in this clip.
And that they're the ones who gave deadline, quote, Trump is seriously considering a pardon for Sean Combs. I don't know whether Trump actually is, but I'm here to urge him not to even consider it, and much less to do it. It would be an absolute disaster. It would be a miscarriage of justice. He doesn't deserve it. Okay, first of all, just to put it in terms Trump can understand, Diddy can't stand you, Mr. President. He was once nice to you, he's turned on you, and he doesn't deserve a favor.
He once was nice to you, but he changed on you. That's before everybody figured out. It's a lot of them celebrities probably didn't know how cruel Donald Trump was. Because like I said, or fucked up as a person that he is, because when you in that industry like that, these are your friends. Like you get what I mean? Like the motherfuckers, like you in a like when people talk about, nigga, I'm in a different tax bracket than you. What they mean, my friends are in the same tax bracket of me or make more than you niggas. So I don't hang around you niggas that not in my tax bracket. And that is factual. And it sounds cruel. It sounds fucked up, but it's a fact. So yes, him and Diddy was probably very, very close. Right? They was very, very cool. They running around in the same elite areas. They're in different tax brackets. So these are more his friends than some niggas that ain't never made nowhere close to what Diddy has made or Donald Trump. Right? Or what they worth. Like, you get what I mean? So yes, it's not shocking, but some rich people have conscience of like, nah, this nigga Trump, you want some anti-black shit. And that, listen, I know that would trigger Diddy. It was like, oh, hold on, man. This nigga, nah, you used to be cool. I didn't know you was like this. So yes, that happens, Megyn Kelly. That ain't like some special news, like you get what I mean? Some brand new news that just came out is new news. It's not. That happens all the time. It was a lot of people that ran in the circles of a Trump. That now niggas like, oh, we didn't know he was like this. No, fuck that. Fuck Trump. Like, it happens. All you gotta do is look at Snoop. You think Snoop ain't never been in the circles of Trump? Before Trump was president? A lot of rappers used to mention Trump in their verses, in their songs. So yes, Trump was very, in a way, you could say even an influence, or maybe somebody you can talk about in your rest and make it seem like you bigger than what you were. Like you get what I mean? It's there. But when motherfuckers really found out who Trump was when he ran for president, niggas like, oh no, man, we can't rock with that shit. That happens, man, Kelly. That ain't nothing new. But anyway, let's move on.
From you, who he worked actively to stop in 2020. Here's a clip from Charlemagne on his show going over some of that. Watch.
Damn with these commercials.
Over some of that. Watch.
Excuse me.
White men like Trump need to be banished. that way of thinking, it's real dangerous. When you look at it, we don't have no choice. You know what I'm saying? You can say what you want about Biden. I can't say I love the pick either, but hey, we got to get him in office, and then we got to hold him accountable.
Okay, so that was Diddy giving Charlemagne an interview, making clear how anti-Trump he was. And on top of that...
No. It's not anti-Trump. It's anti-Trump behavior. See, they like to do this shit because you go against somebody, that means you anti them. Listen, Megyn Kelly, I ain't anti Megyn Kelly. I'm anti of Megyn Kelly's behavior. Because, like I said, let me be very, very real. I don't know shit about Megyn Kelly. Never met the woman. Don't really give a fuck about ever meeting her. Wouldn't want to. Right? I only go by what you present out here to the world. I can't assume shit about Megyn Kelly. I can't say Megyn Kelly is a racist without her saying anything or doing anything. That'd be ignorant. That'd make me a bigot. Right? But no, we know what Trump is about. We know what you are about. We call you what we call you. We're against what we're against because of your actions. Because of the shit that comes out of your mouth. But like I said, this is a party that don't like to take self-responsibility for their own actions. And then they try to blame everybody. You anti-me, you anti-Trump. I'm not anti-Trump. I am anti-Trump behavior. The person, who he is, what he says, what he does. Literally. People did not know a lot of this shit about Trump until he ran for president. And that goes, and listen, and I'm in that category. Nobody knew. But when he started running and niggas, and what the media does, when you start getting high power like that, they start digging into your past. And that's what happened. Nobody was anti-Trump. I'm still not anti-Trump. I'm anti-Trump behavior. I don't know Trump to be personally, know Trump personally to be anti-Trump. People that are anti-Trump is people that actually been around the man and decided to say, this man is a horrible motherfucker. They are anti-Trump. I don't know Trump personally to be anti-Trump. Only could go off of his own behavior and the shit that he says. You disagree with Trump, somehow you anti-Trump. No. I got plenty of people, friends of mine, shit, my wife. This is my wife. Am I anti my wife because I disagree with her on some shit? That's not anti somebody. Do I treat my wife horribly because we disagree on shit? No. Bitch, do you even know what the meaning of anti mean? This should be sad out here, man. Give me a second, y'all. This bitch crazy. All right, I'm back, people. Let's move on.
More importantly, he is a serial woman abuser, the likes of which we haven't seen in modern America, at least.
You are lying. you are a liar. He's a serial woman abuser. You are a liar that we have ever seen. That's a lie. She's just making up shit. First of all, we only seen one tape of Diddy actually abusing a woman. Right? We might have heard that Diddy abused certain staff members or something like that physically. And I don't even think it's a lot of that. I think it's more verbally that he abused women verbally, he a verbal abuser. But physically, no. Right? Now, Diddy didn't get charged for abusing women. Let's just make that clear. He didn't get charged or even found guilty of abusing women. Nowhere in the document said that Diddy, that he got charged for, that he physically abused these women. Now, Megyn Kelly, if you want to go to verbal abuse, well, what the fuck a motherfucker that you vote for and support has done the same thing, not privately, not just privately. He did his shit in the open of disrespecting women, verbally abusing them. What are you talking about? And we have documents. Ain't none of these women been sued of lying on Trump. Think about that. All the women that came out and said Trump sexually abused them, verbally abused them, in all these different ways, do they have lawsuits on them? I'll wait. I'll wait. It ain't nothing. So, like I said, it's only one woman that has a civil suit on her, a civil suit that she said that Diddy abused her physically, emotionally, and verbally. And that's Cassie. You don't see nobody else have lawsuits out of saying Diddy did these things. Or being accused of doing any of these things. Not verbally or sexually. But we have this with Trump, though. And you still support a verbally and physical abuser, though. But Diddy in modern day, hold on, is Diddy on the same level as Harvey Weinstein? No. He didn't get charged for none of that shit. He did not get charged for abusing women. He did not. Is it raining? Damn, I gotta bring the dog. Sound like rain. It is rain. Let me let this dog in, y'all. Give me a second. My bad, y'all. Gotta let this dog in. It's raining. All right, people, I'm back. Sitting in the rain. Nigga got a dog house. I got a tent over his shit. This nigga still go out, sit in the rain. Just stupid shit. But anyway, damn, nigga, you trained. You trained not to do that shit. You still do it anyway because you want to come in the fucking house. Never mind, people. My fucking animals get on my nerves, man. Sometimes, man, they be doing stupid shit. Like you train not to be doing stupid shit, and you do it anyway. But anyway, the fuck was I saying? No, it don't even matter. Let's move on.
Not on the public stage in this way. He is a repeated serial abuser. He beat those women to a pulp and didn't even deny it. He didn't deny it. They admit.
First of all, you are a liar. You are a liar. You are a liar. What women you talking about? Was he charged with any of that shit because they said it? Talking about, oh, Diddy didn't deny it. First of all, as somebody that's going through any legal shit, you don't speak. You see what happened to Shannon Sharp, goofy ass? Shannon Sharp lost his case because his goofy ass went out there and thought that he was getting in front of that shit when he should have just shut the fuck up. Now you had to pay this gold digger whore, because that's what she was, a little 22-year-old white whore, OnlyFans chick that was only making money because she was out there showing her body. The fuck out of here. And you paid $20-something million to this bitch. And I said she a bitch. She a whore. Only whores do what she did. Listen, people, I have no problem if a woman is selling her body for cash. But the one thing that you won't do is tell me that a man has mistreated you. You sell your body for a living. So if they like rough sex or any shit like that, what the fuck are you complaining about? See, what happened was, let me just tell you something. What happened? I'm gonna tell you the real reason why, and I know I'm getting off subject a little bit, but it's kind of in the same realm. You know why Shannon Sharp settled? Because this goofy motherfucker thought that if he can get this shit done quick, it'll go away. Right? And he could keep his job at ESPN. That's what he thought. Right? Then the second thing was the most important thing to me, I believe that why he settled, was because it was shit about Shannon Sharp behind the scenes that this little girl, because that's what she is, a little girl, that was going to put his goofy ass on blast of how kinky this nigga is and how this nigga be behind the scenes telling a white woman to call him niggas. Why he having sex? Call him all types of niggers. Call me a nigga. Call me a nigger. And he gave her that settlement because nowadays she got a gag order on her. Nobody talked about that. Everybody was like, oh, Shannon settled, he's stupid or whatever. No. He was smart in a way to put a gag on that bitch. You can't speak about nothing about this case. You can't speak about the encounters or any other things at all. If I give you this $20-something million. You know this nigga Shannon Sharp do his whole entire NFL career, he made $20-something million. And he gave this non established whore $22 million to keep her mouth shut because he's so stupid to be fucking around with whores. Let me say this, and I mean this from the bottom of my heart. I don't give a fuck if women get mad, men get mad. I don't care. Let me explain something to you. A whore is supposed to get treated like a whore. If you sell your body for cash, what the fuck why would you think anybody would respect you? Why? Listen, people, do you understand that a lot of times when these women are selling their bodies to these men, you think they really want to have sex with these unattractive ass men that they have no connection to? No, they don't. They usually do it because of the money. So that's why they get called whores. Whores is whores. Shout out to my brother talking in the building. What up, Talk? I'm not trying to hear none of that shit that people talking about. Oh, it's a woman. It's her decision to do whatever the fuck she want to do. But it's the rest of our decisions to say that shit is horse, like she's a whore. You don't respect the whore? Like, what are you talking about? We're not gonna play this new modern day game that through history we don't respect whores. We don't, and we will never ever. We will always listen. It will always be men that will mistreat whores, demean whores, and that's going to happen. That will never stop. Because you should not be out here selling your body for money. Fuck out of here, man. Go get a real job. You want to sell your body and then want to say, you got to respect what I want to do with my body. Okay, cool. I don't have to respect the motherfucking thing. You sell your body, I don't have to respect you. It ain't about, this feminist shit or to give women, the women can do it. Men don't listen. Men do sell a body. But understand something. This is why will always be a double standard. I don't give a damn if women get upset about this. It will always be a double standard. It's different. A man is dicking you down. He's sticking something in you. It is a big difference. It is a double standards. I don't care what women talking about. That shit, it doesn't look good on a woman. Do not be out here whoring yourself. To all the young ladies out there, do not do that shit. That shit is not cool. Listen, I don't know. Listen, you have to be a very insecure man to be okay with your woman used to sell her body, or somehow you're okay with her selling her body in your presence in the present day. Something is mentally wrong with you as a man. I am not giving women passes for that shit. No. Fuck that. You are a porn star, you are a prostitute. If you are OnlyFans woman and you showing off of your body to make money, that's on you. But don't pretend that I got to be okay with that. I'm not okay with women doing that. You are better than that. For money. Go get a fucking couple of 9-to-5 jobs. Oh, it's easy for me just to show off my titties and my ass and just go fuck a dude. Okay, cool. Well, don't get mad at people, men like me, that look at you that you are a whore. You are a gold digger. It's nothing. I don't see anything good with women doing that. Don't see nothing. If a woman doing one night stand with a dude or some shit like that, that's cool. You single, you fucking around, that's cool. But if you are out here making money off of selling your body, that's a whole nother different thing. Like, I'm never going to agree with that. To where I got to respect you like that. No, I don't. I don't respect women that sell their body. I don't give a fuck. I got a daughter. I got goddaughters. I got, little girl cousins. You know what I mean? I got nieces. No, fuck that. I don't want you ever to make you motherfuckers to sit there and try to program my fucking family members or people I'm close to, little girls, that's okay to sell your fucking body for money. No, fuck out of here. I don't respect that shit. I don't respect any woman that's selling her body. I'm never going to be okay with that. I'm never going to respect that. Now, if you asking me, am I going to just be disrespectful to you all the time? No, I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't hang around you unless I want to fuck. That's the only thing. Other than that, I don't want to hang around you. I don't want to take you to places and shit like that to make you feel good about you. No, I'm not doing that. No, I just came to get some pussy because that's all you good for. To me. Other people are different, but I'm just telling me, I'm not going to glorify people selling their bodies for money. No, not doing that. Sorry, but anyway, but I just wanted to say that shit, Shannon Sharp, he a trick. I guess they call the guys tricks. Yeah, they tricks. He a trick. Because he had actually tried to have a relationship with a whore. You can't have a relationship with a whore and then try to act like, oh, I didn't have no relationship. Yes, you did. You had a relationship with a whore. Only way that you don't have a relationship with a whore, you don't continue to get the same whore. It should be different whores you fuck. That's how you know that man is not connected to a whore. She should have knew a lot of your business. Put it that way. She knew a lot of his business. So he was emotionally attached to this little girl, to this young woman, right? Which is a whore. He was attached to her because she knew too much of his business. And listen, it wouldn't shock me that this whore was telling the truth about how abusive he was. But it was an end game for her. She knew what she was doing. You don't be around a motherfucker. If a motherfucker, we in 2025, no woman stays around a dude that abuses you like that. You should know better. Young or old, you should know better. If a dude abuses you, you shouldn't be with him. Because let me explain something to you. It doesn't matter at this point in society, it doesn't matter how powerful the man is. If that woman comes out and she got evidence of saying how this, come on, man, you're going down. So no, none of these women are innocent in this shit. She plotted and planned. She got her one to get out the game. All of a sudden, she got this $20-something million. All of a sudden, she don't want to be an OnlyFans. You can still make money. She probably would make even more money now because she won a lawsuit with against Shannon Sharp, and people will want to interview her. She can still do her OnlyFans. She can make way more money now, even though she got the money of suing him and winning and getting a settlement. She can make way more money than $20-something million. That's how gullible men is. So motherfuckers still going to our OnlyFans and they still will be supporting her. She cashed out on this dumb, goofy ass. But anyway, let's move on, y'all.
expressly domestic abuse over and over and over again, something the judge used against them when they pled for bail, when they said, please let him stay out on bail pending sentencing. So he doesn't deserve any sort of a pardon. He got away with all of that. He's only being sentenced.
First of all, she just lied. She just lied. The judge did not deny Diddy bail because he was somehow this sexual abuser and shit like that. It was not that. They did not give Diddy a bail. The judge did not give Diddy a bail because they felt like this nigga was going to threaten witnesses because he has a history of doing that. That's why. It had nothing to do with about sexually assaulting women. Had nothing to do with that. So you're lying, Megyn Kelly. You're fucking lying. That had nothing to do why the judge denied his bail. Nothing. We done seen plenty of men that get accused of sexually assaulting women get bail. They didn't give him bail because this nigga has a reputation of intimidating witnesses and has the power to do it. That's why the judge denied him bail. So stop lying. Mind you, even when it comes to Cassie, she never said, I'm not saying that. No, she did say, did she say it one time? I think she might have did in the definition. The super suit thing. She might have did say that I'm not for sure because it's been a minute, that he did sexually assault her in a way of that he forced himself on her. I think she did say that. But a lot of them other women did not say that. That was only Cassie. And she only seems believable. Let me just explain something to you. The only reason Cassie even seems believable is because we seen the video of him abusing her. Other than that, nobody would have been thinking that she's telling the whole full truth about what she's saying with no evidence. And I'm not saying it didn't happen to her. I'm just saying nobody would have sided with her if we didn't see that video. So when I seen that video, he abused her, physically abused her. I was like, yeah, this nigga is capable of sexually abusing her. Yes, he probably raped her a couple of times. Listen. Let's be real. The only reason they even charged Diddy with any of that shit they charged him with is because of the Cassie video. And I keep asking everybody, right? Everybody like, oh, you defending Diddy. I'm not defending Diddy. What I'm saying is that shit don't look right. That shit don't seem right. This tape, this happened 10 years ago. You telling me all of a sudden this tape pops up? Diddy thought he paid it off to where the shit was gone away. Where the fuck did they get this tape from? Of him beating Cassie. Where did they get this from? Because Cassie didn't have it. They try to say, oh, Diddy had it. You think Diddy gonna put that shit out himself? No. Them elites had control of that fucking tape. That's why it never came out. Everybody was so mad at Diddy. But nigga, what about them elites? Them elites knew that this tape was out here and they had this nigga by the balls and they told him, you don't do what we tell you to do. You get out of pocket, nigga. We got this on you. That's usually, that's most, listen, I ain't gonna say that's most likely what happened. No, that's what happened. They had this tape for 10, this tape is 10 years old. Cassie didn't have it. They said Diddy had it, but why the fuck would Diddy put it out? That don't make no sense. So who else fucking had the tape? How'd it get out? You telling me that the fucking owners or whoever at this establishment for the hotel, they didn't have it? We never knew how this tape got out. Do y'all understand that? They never explained how this tape got out. Never. And the bad part about, shut up. Hey! Be quiet. They never explain. He might be hearing something outside. Give me a second. He don't be barking like that when he hears shit outside. This nigga ears is good. Jack, yeah, shut your ass up. Ain't nobody out there, man. Well, he might hear my daughter or something, but yeah, that could be what it is. But this tape is 10 years old. Nobody never heard about this tape. Nobody. All of a sudden it popped up when Diddy all of a sudden go rogue and go off at this European business owners about suing them for not paying him what he's worth. And then all of a sudden falls the vodka business. Then all of a sudden now the tape just come out of the blue, people. All of a sudden, at the 10 years, this tape just pop out. Nah, fuck out of here. Diddy ass was set up. They set his ass up because he got out of pocket. Same shit happened to Bill Cosby. Motherfuckers pretending they didn't know this shit about Bill Cosby. Then all of a sudden, all these hundreds of women come out talking about, Cosby assaulted them and all this other goofy shit. And I'm not saying it ain't all true. I'm just saying all of a sudden. You can't make this shit up. These people, nah. Let's move on.
Get sentenced on these minor crimes of basically engaging in prostitution and transporting people for the purpose of it. So he got away with the most serious crimes. And so two things. Number one, what's Trump in trouble over when it comes to Epstein? He's in trouble because he is making it look like to the MAGA base, he's part of the elite cabal that covers for other members of the elite cabal. And they don't like that. They elected Trump because he promised not to be one of them, but to like bust up them, those groups, and work with the people against them. So this would not help.
Megyn. Oh, damn, you stole. Who you think? I get, she talking to our base because they stupid enough to believe in this. The reason Trump is covering this Epstein, trying to cover this Epstein shit up, is because he knows he's a part of it. Now, it may not be enough evidence to say that he did the shit, right? Or he was totally a part of having sex with underage girls. It's most likely not enough evidence of that, right? But it's something there for his base to say that shit don't look right. So you had no clue? Like, because his base, the majority of Trump base is conspiracy theorists. So Trump knows that because he a conspiracy theorist. So if some shit come out that way it make Trump look real bad, not necessarily saying that he was involved in having sex with underage girls, but him somehow knowing about it. That's why Trump is doing what he's doing. And Megyn Kelly knows this. And she's trying to sit here and play like a stupid, smart person. Megyn Kelly is far from stupid. She is far from stupid. She is a very highly intelligent white woman. Racist white woman. Let me put it that way. Racist white woman. She's very highly intelligent. She knows better. She knows why Trump is doing what he's doing. let me explain something to y'all. If I was a part, like, say some shit came out, right? Oh, Kenny was a part of this shit. Yeah, I probably was a part of it. The one thing I would say, no, I did not know. I ain't know nothing about that, right? Let the evidence come out. I be that type motherfucker. Let that shit come out. I be on some Shannon Sharp shit. Let it come all out. Yeah, I might have did some wrongdoing, but I didn't do that shit. I wasn't aware of that. Right? I hung around this motherfucker. Listen, people, I hung around murderers and killers. Okay? I got a little brother that I don't even fuck with no more because he been accused of sexually assaulting his kids. I don't fuck with that nigga no more. I don't even give a fuck if it's true or not. I don't want to be associated with that. And he my brother. Like, nah, nigga. Gotta clear that shit up. And I'm not going to defend you of it or not, because I don't know if it's true or not. I could feel that it may not be true, but what if I'm wrong? So no, nigga. Hey man, we don't fuck around with you. We ain't cool. You do what you do. I lost friends, family members, and shit like that because of that. I don't want to hang around that nigga. I won't defend that nigga. I don't want to be around him. You gotta clear that shit up. And if you don't clear that shit up, then nigga, hey, what you want from me? I'm not gonna fuck with you. Nigga, I'm on morals and principles. I ain't never touched no kid. So no, that you not putting that jacket. Somehow I'm defending your bullshit. I'm not defending it anyway. If you did it or you didn't do it, I'm not defending it anyway, nigga. You got to clear that up. I told other family members in my family about that. I'm not fucking around with that nigga. Yeah, do I think my little brother did it? No, but that shit comes on your jacket, and I get the defending you. That shit comes on my jacket. Nah, I gotta be 100% sure that you did not do this. I'm not 100% sure that my little brother didn't do this shit. So no. Motherfuckers call it, oh, you turn your back. I don't give a fuck how you think about it. That shit is, I'm not defending it or not. Like, I'm not saying he did it or he didn't do it, but he got to clear that shit up. Nigga, that's not my responsibility. That's on him, bro. And listen, and I always tell people, yeah, sometimes you get caught up in some shit, motherfuckers railroading you. I get that. But I always tell people, like, I move in a way that where, like, yo, this type of shit that be happening around people I know or people, you know, I be like, yo, how the fuck is this happening to you if you not, that is happening to you because you're not reading the room. You're not understanding what's in the room, who the people in the room. Read the room, read people. And some people can't read people very well. They can't read the room. Nigga, you don't be with people, you don't hang around with people that be on some bullshit. That goes for women. Like, yo, nigga, I don't want to hang around women that's like that. They all about drama. They always do that shit. It was a chick at the job. I knew this chick was fucking with a lot of shit. Fucking with a lot of shit. She's fucking with a lot of dudes. And she didn't like me because I never said anything to her. Right? Unless she said something to me, I would never say nothing. I would never say nothing to her, act like we was friends or nothing like that. Because I watched her behavior of how she was acting. And like, nah. Because now if me and her start to be cool, now motherfuckers start doing rumors out there, pretending that, oh, me and her got some shit going on. Nah, I'm not doing that. I've been in those situations before, so I know better. Like, a lot of shit I talk about, I've been through. Or I knew people that been through the shit and see the outcome of how it comes out. and how that fucks up people's lives. Nah. I never talked to that woman. I never tried to befriend her. I never was trying to be cool with her. I always supposed to be respectful, but no, we could never hang. We could never be talking like we cool. No. I watch how she move. She's sitting around there fucking with all these niggas. That shit is messy. Fucking with people at the job. I mean, she was like real out in the open with that shit. I like one day I seen she was fucking with the one dude I seen, and I never talked to that nigga either. I mean, that nigga, we never cool either. Like when I had to load my trucks up and shit, motherfuckers ain't work like that, right? If they ain't get no route, they would come. You know, you got to go help other motherfuckers load their trucks, right? So you can get paid for. I think it's like 2 or 4 hours or something like that. And he one day he asked me, can he help load my truck? I said, no, I'm good. It wasn't nothing totally against him. I just don't like people helping me load my trucks. Cause I got a photographic memory in the way of how I like shit and how I do shit. And I got ADD, OCD and shit. So I like shit a certain type of way. So I don't need you talking to me while I'm putting my shit together. It's a memory thing, right? When people start helping you put your shit on there, they get to start talking to you. So you kind of get off of what you're doing. And so for me, and I don't want to have to tell people how I want my shit. No, I want it the way I got it this way. I do it myself. So he asked me, and I'm gonna tell you the real reason. It wasn't because of that, what I just said. It was because I knew this nigga was fucking with her. And I didn't want to be nothing a part of that shit. Because I know when niggas be helping niggas load their trucks, they talk to them. I do it. The motherfuckers that I'm cool with and shit like that, I help them. And we be talking, randomly talking. I didn't want that. You know what I mean? So I said, fuck that shit. Nah, I'm good, bro. You good. Like, I'm good over here. I do that shit all the time. So if I don't know you, nah, I'm good. I don't need your help. Now, if you come to me later and they got help my shit when my shit is like down there 75% or 80% or 85% done already in my truck, then yeah, that's something different. That's because they trying to get motherfuckers out of that, from loading. But yeah, when I first started, I don't need nobody help. Don't come help me with shit. I don't want nobody to help me. So that's my own personal thing, but that specific time with that dude, I was like, nah, I can't fuck with him. Even with her, she used to always try to come over there and help me. Like, it's other niggas, help them. Like, and I wanted to say that to her, but I wasn't trying to be rude. I was like, nah, I'm good. And then sometimes you can't say that to them. Sometimes it's when they just start helping. But I noticed that she always used to try to come and help me. And I'm like, I couldn't stand that shit because I was like, nah, I know the game you playing. I read the room. I know what you're trying to do. And listen, and you got to understand something too. Motherfuckers already know how you are, right? Motherfuckers know how I am. So they like, whisperers, motherfuckers, oh, the Kenny like this, Kenny like that, Kenny married. Everybody talk about everybody. That's just how that should be, right? I try not to speak on people, but I not try to put rumors out there. That's my thing. So, or assume certain things, right? But that's why I don't talk to a lot of people. That's why I don't fuck with people like that, because I don't want to put no assumption out for people or people acting a certain type of way. You don't do that shit. You gotta let shit be what it be sometimes. People fuck up their own shit, bro. And a lot of it comes from people is that people don't know how to read rooms. That's what it is. Everybody is in this. A lot of people, no matter what age they are, a lot of people be in these spaces and they forget about how to read a room. Like I tell people all the time, when I read rooms, it's vetting people who you gonna fuck with. And it doesn't mean even if I can read the room very well, doesn't mean I'm 100%. Or how if this person is a good person or not. It's never 100% because I'm never perfect. But I'm usually about, I always tell people I'm usually about 75% right about people if I read the room very well. Right? So my percentage is high on that shit. But let's move on.
Not at all. And there are a lot of people like Viva Fry, who comes on the show as a legal commentator a lot, who already thinks the whole Diddy trial was just a show trial so that, you know, he could be found guilty on a couple of minor things. But the real meat of the Diddy case, which is how many other people were being provided access to young women and others and drugs at these parties.
First of all, Diddy has never got charged for fucking with underage girls. So she's lying. She's putting a jacket on him that he has never got put. Nobody has never said that Diddy was fucking underage girls. It was, nobody said that. Even his Jane Does or the people that accused him of shit, they never said that. So she's just making up shit. She's lying. Putting something on this man's jacket, on his resume, or who he is, to try to make him look this horrible person. It's never been on Diddy shit. We didn't hear through the whole trial. We didn't hear it through years that Diddy was fucking underage young girls. Now, it was some shit came out, oh, he's fucking underage young boys or some shit like that. You know, that's just rumors. But we had no evidence of that. No evidence of that. So why are you putting that on Diddy? That's not, he didn't even get charged for the shit of the young boys that motherfuckers was accusing them of having sex with young boys. He didn't get arrested or convicted of none of that. Young girls or young boys. He didn't get convicted of being a underage sex predator or some shit like that. He fucking with underage girls or underage young folks. He didn't get charged with none of that. It was prostitution, trafficking. And then, like I said, I'm gonna get more into this later, but Diddy got a case of getting his whole motherfucking case dismissed. If you break it down by law. I told you, I said this shit in the beginning. I said, yo, they overcharging Diddy. How the fuck one dude get a RICO charge and nobody else gets charged? He's the only motherfucker that get charged with a RICO. A RICO is not like that, people. You get a RICO, that means there's other defendants that get charged with it. Only Diddy got charged with a RICO. Think about that shit. No, man, they overcharged him. He ran a sex ring. Even if he ran a sex ring, right? Don't some other people supposed to go down? Shouldn't have been other people that was a part of that shit started snitching on Diddy that got arrested? They got arrested and they start snitching. That didn't happen. That did not happen in Diddy trial. They never charged none of these people. Remember they kept saying, oh, there's other people coming. Nobody else came that they said they was going to charge. You can't charge one man with a fucking RICO, bro. Or this RICO sex trafficking ring. You can't charge one person with that. It got to be more than one. Even with Jeffrey Epstein, nigga, they charged him, but they charged the chick too. You understand what I'm saying here? You can't just charge one person with a RICO charge. The fuck are you talking about? or sex trafficking range. You cannot just charge one person, bro. First of all, the feds don't even work like that, bro. They don't even work like that. Nigga, they trying to get everybody. Shut up. You do it again. You do it again. I'm gonna send you outside. But nah, man, that shit is bullshit. That's why I said this whole thing that they charged, that shit all bullshit, bro. You ain't even charged the man with abusing women. They did not. The whole Cassie shit, they never charged him with abusing a woman. That wasn't even a charge. People say, oh, a RICO charge, oh, a sex trafficking charge, that means you abuse women. No, that's not true. You don't have to abuse women sexually by just sex trafficking. That don't mean that you did it. And he didn't sex traffic Cassie. Cassie was a willing participant. And I told y'all this a while ago. Man, my wife had this conversation. We actually agreed on this shit. Like, yo, 5 years, I get that. After 5, you okay with that. Even they got podcasters where these fucking prostitutes are talking about how Cassie was into that shit. Seemed like she was more in control than Diddy. Or they was equal partners in that shit. But they ain't charge her. Huh? Come on, man. Y'all gotta stop, man. Please, hold on, people. Give me 1 second. All right, people, I'm back. Let's listen to this shit. I ain't gonna be long on this because I hit my little brother LT up behind the scenes. So let's listen to the rest of this bullshit.
Of note, like famous celebrities, and somehow that's been kept up. So like there's already people thinking that there's a cover-up here. Trump pardoning Diddy will create another Epstein for him. It would be a nightmare. And last and certainly not least, the GOP is already struggling with female voters. And they're not all lefties. There are young conservative women who aren't in love with Trump or MAGA. There are. And this will not help. It's very clear. We all saw the videotape of him beating the hell out of Cassandra Ventura. Yeah. But there was so much more testimony about the other women he repeatedly beat all the way up to when he was arrested. He doesn't deserve any of Trump's mercy.
First of all, that is a lie. She is a liar. I watched the trial. Bitch, you are a liar. A lot of them women wasn't even around Diddy. She talking about leading up to the trial. He wasn't abusing them. Are you talking about emotionally abusing them? Or you talking about sexually abusing them? Or physically abusing them? Like, you got to make that clear. Is this different from listen, people, I have worked at jobs that where people verbally abuse you. That is a big difference from somebody actually physically abusing you. It is a big difference. What the fuck are you talking about? You get physically abused, that it can fuck you up physically and mentally. But verbally abusing somebody, it may just fuck you up mentally a little bit. Not physically. Not in the way how people think. So, listen, she's basically lying. But anyway, let's move on.
Thoughts on it, Walter?
Man, with the commercials, man.
Go beyond what we see on the court.
You are the
Of Trump's mercy. Your thoughts on it, Walter?
I find him personally loathsome. And the idea that he would be walking free with this pass.
First of all, I want to put this, I'm done. I don't even want to hear that shit no more. Like, I can't even listen to conservatives even speak about anybody that they despise that did horrible shit, right? When you support a dude that's been accused of the same exact shit. The fuck are you talking about? You disgusted. You got a guy right now in power down in fucking, what is that? Oklahoma? The Oklahoma superintendent is down there watching porn, but he's trying to get rid of porn in the state. He's trying to get rid of all this sexuality shit. He's a God-fearing man, but he's out here watching porn. Allegedly. Fuck out of here. And mind you, these ain't Democrats that said that he did this. These are Republicans. So you can't blame the liberals for this, like you always like to do. These are Republican seat holders that say, hey, you know what? We seen this motherfucker watching porn or had porn on the screen while we come into a meeting with him. Man, Kelly ain't talking about that, though. The right wing ain't really talking about that. And the only time they do talk about it is say, oh, he denied that this happened. I don't give a fuck what he denied. Let me explain something to y'all very, very clearly about conservatives. They're supposed to be conservatives, Christianity type motherfuckers. They are the most sexual predators, especially white so-called Christian men. White men in this country commit more sexual acts against children than any other race, any other sex. These are facts. So-called Christian white straight men, they are 50-something% that commit more criminal sexual abusing of minors or raping women than any other race in this country, any other sex. They hate gay people, right? These are the same motherfuckers that commit more criminal acts of abusing children. Gay people ain't even on that level. Nowhere on that. Straight white men, man. We want to bring straight. It's an attack on straight white men. On attack of 55% of white heterosexual men in this country commit more sexual abuse to women and young children. These are facts. It doesn't matter if it's a male or a woman, or a young girl or young boy. They commit more. But they want us to sit out here and ignore that, though. It's an attack on straight white men. Yeah. Okay. Like I said. We don't even have the numbers to even fuck with them. If you want to talk about black folks, we don't have the numbers to fuck with them. Nowhere compared to it. A lot of the times when you see black folks get caught up in that sexual underage girl shit, it's because a lot of them don't know that these young girls are young. And on the other part is that it seems normal to them because we've been under the structure of white supremacy. White, heterosexual man, white supremacy. They've been running the country since the country began. I mean, since they stole it. I'm sorry. Since they stole it. They always been sexual predators. That's their fucking history. They want to talk about culture. That's your culture. You rape black women and black men and black children back in the day. So what the fuck? Do y'all understand that they want to celebrate 200 years of somehow it created the greatest country in the world? It was never still to this day, it's not the greatest country in the world. But two straight white men, that's most likely predators, they think that the country been great since they stole it. Do you understand that black people didn't have rights 250 years ago? We were slaves. They bamboozled black people to come here thinking that they was going to make some money and send back to their family to help their country. No, what happened was soon they got their ass through the tunnels of Africa, because you see it. By the time the motherfuckers got on the ship, they were slaves. They was already slaves before they even got on the motherfucking slave ships that took us all the way through to America. Took us to America, which wasn't even America at the time. Mind you, these are the same people out here that'll tell you can't call me racist. I didn't do none of that shit. My ancestors did, but you still worship it. You still claim it's a great culture of what they did to black folks, but you ain't a racist though. How you okay with what your ancestors did, but you ain't a racist? You defend it. So, but you ain't a racist though. But okay, but like I said, a lot of them, it's not that they don't know the history. They know the history. They just choose. You have 2 new notifications. Do you want to hear them? No. They just choose to go along with the fucking disgusting shit that their ancestors did because it benefits them. Even still to this day, it benefits them. But they get mad at black people. Just let it go. What happened to y'all? But you still want to bring back of enslaving our people, though, to make you feel bad about yourself. But we need to let it go. Let's get back to where white people can tell black people where we can and can't go and to be slaves. They want us back in the fields. They wanted to get rid of all the immigrants so they can put black people in the places of working in the fields to get us back to who they think that we truly are, slaves beneath them. Is that working out for y'all? It won't happen. Then they always talk about a civil war. You don't really want a civil war. You don't really want that. Because like I said, black people are not going to bow down to you motherfuckers. A lot of us won't. We would never never be your slaves. I don't give a fuck what policies you put in. It won't happen. Let me explain something to you. Black people would rather leave than to be your slaves. We'd rather die and fight you motherfuckers. Like we have been doing for generations. for over 100 years. So you're talking out your ass like this shit is gonna happen. You run certain states, you motherfuckers do what you do, the corruptness shit that you do, that's fine, that's okay, but that don't mean that black people gonna be okay with that. Like I said, they keep acting like black people, like we want to be around them. No, the coons want to be around you. The black coons do. Real black people don't want to be around you motherfuckers. Let's segregate again. I'm okay with that. Listen, I'm okay with cutting the states down in half, cutting the country down in half. Y'all can go over there, we be over here. I don't even know why people live in racist ass states like Texas. Okay? Like Arizona, like certain parts of Georgia, right? Or Arizona. I mean, I'm not Arizona, Arkansas, and shit like that. Oklahoma. I don't know why black people live there. Mississippi. I don't know why black people live there. You go look at Mississippi, it's very segregated. Black people got their own shit going on over there. But the white people still want to have control of it. Think about it. They don't want to be amongst us, but they want to have control of our shit. Fuck out of here, bro. We good. We don't need no help from, especially that we definitely don't need help from racist ass white people. We don't want your help. We don't want you to fuck with us. You can call us lazy, call us whatever you want. We don't need your help. Because your help comes with consequences of us being slaves again. They want to make America great to what? When was America great for all people? It never was. It was only, America was only great for racist ass white people. That's all it was good for. And now they're trying to get people to believe, oh, America was great at a period of time. No, it wasn't. Not for all people. Not for all. It was a period women, white women, and all women couldn't vote. It was a period of time where gay people couldn't vote. Black people, we couldn't vote. They want to go back to the where none of that shit, we don't have a say. Only the white man have a say because their society was very, it was good for them, where they didn't have to share nothing, where they didn't have to get outdone by black people. They can take our shit and pretend that it was theirs of creation. That's what they want to get back to, the stealing and raping and murdering. And some of you coon niggas just allow that shit. You go, okay, well, it was better. No, it was not. It was not better back then. It was never back. Listen, it was never better back in the day of black people didn't have rights, or any other race, or any other minorities. It was never better. America was never better. It was, listen, it wasn't damn sure wasn't better for you. It was only better for straight white men. Not even white women, it wasn't good for y'all. You couldn't do nothing. You couldn't even get a bank account. You couldn't leave the motherfucker you was with because it was damn illegal to. The fuck are you talking about? You don't, listen, all you white women, do you understand that they taking your choices away as well as a woman? You don't want to be with this horrible individual that's mistreating you. You can't go nowhere and making America great again, or where they want to go back to. Learn your history about you as a white woman. Do that. Don't get mad at immigrants. Don't get mad at black people. Go do the history on your own. White women, you didn't have no rights. That white man treated you horrible, just like they treated the rest of us. You got passes because you was white. Now, if you just okay with just, I'm a white person, then okay, then you go follow racists. But don't come here and tell us that you're not a racist, though. Or what we saying is wrong. You didn't have no rights. The Civil Rights Act, all that shit that black people fought for, it helped y'all. DI, that helped y'all. Help other races of people more than it helped us. They just used us as bait to you motherfuckers. We bait to y'all. Because y'all hate black people. You anti-black because they telling you, oh, black people trying to get over on you. Black people ain't never tried to get over on none of you motherfuckers. We all tried to help you. Go look at the history. Research our history. Any policies that passed, it was a black agenda. We helped everybody. That was always our thing. But the racists lie to you and say, oh, it didn't help y'all. Dumbasses. But anyway. I'm gonna call my brother LT. He want to talk to me. Y'all leave y'all comments, hit that like button, support your boys, your boy, Mr. OBI. Peace and love to the world.